Hey, Gary.
Hey, Will, how are you this fine evening?
Well, this show comes out, it's probably going to be like Thursday or Friday, but 2 weeks ago, I played the demo for Resident Evil 2, the remake,
Yeah, yeah.
and this is so good. I mean, I have to say, it has all the things you love from the original games, and try, once I got into the whole demo, is being able to press the back button. So you press usually you press a button, it's usually like O or something, and then you press back, and you can make the character turn real fast.
Yeah.
And I tried it. That's still in there. Some of the
Cool.
puzzles that they had in the first, actually all of the puzzles that they had, like you had to get the statue pieces and everything. Those look like for the most part are in there. But they also have these lock combinations. I was watching in a demo. Like his name is the Rad Brad. You heard of him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He puts like all these walkthroughs, and he actually plays them. And for people who were on the fence about buying a game. You look at him and you say, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that. He goes through the game from start to finish, so you can see. I guess it's like to get tips and stuff. And he was playing this demo, and he got. So the thing was like you only get 30 minutes to play it, and then it just stops. And then because this actually probably when I put this episode out, it's gonna be the day of the release.
All right.
Which is gonna be Friday the 25th, and that. And basically, in the demo, you see him doing some of the combination locks, and they're the same passwords as the one from the original. Like if you remembered that, then you can just put them in, and it unlocks the locker, and you get the shotgun, and you can. In this little demo, there's so many things that you could do, but you're trying to like run away from zombies, and it's so scary that half the time your 30 minutes is up. Most of these people that are playing the demo. They do speed runs, and then they create different accounts so they can have another go at it. So some of the people have gotten like really far in the demo, and it's pretty cool to see all the little things that they included. But then I can also see why they wanted you not to be able to play the demo over and over again, because then you'll get too used to it. They want you to buy the game on the 25th.
Yeah, are you going to be buying it?
I'm on the fence about it. I'm excited about it, but I don't know if it's going to be an immediate buy. I might rent it because I use that GameFly thing.
Right.
So when I have the GameFly, and they give you the option to keep it, which takes like $15 off the price. So I might just do that. I might just rent it. Being that it's new right now, they're going to send me a new copy because I've done it before with other games, and you can keep it as long as you want. I haven't beat Resident Evil 7.
No, I've not.
And it's scary. It's so scary, man.
I'm about 2 or 3 hours into it.
Number 7?
Yeah. I've been playing it on my NVIDIA Shield.
The guy keeps. I mean, this is not really giving anything away. It's one of the first bosses. You shoot him, and he's following you all around, and he's like, "I can smell you," right? And you're like, "Oh my god!" So you're running all around this house. Up these stairs, down into this room. You're trying to figure out where to get the key, and this guy's chasing you. It keeps the tension on. And actually, Resident Evil 2, the remake, they do that too with Mr. X, because in the first one, I believe I don't know if it was too big of a part. I don't remember him too much, so he must not have been that big of a part. But I remember you could kill him pretty fast with like a rocket launcher or something. And this one, he's like following you all over the place, so you hear his footsteps thumping. And it's just like the guy from Resident Evil 7. You're like, that can smell you and stuff. But
I used to be a huge fan of the Resident Evil games. I mean, being a Nintendo fanboy, I've only got Nintendos for the past 2 or 3 consoles, so I've missed out a little bit on the Resident Evil series, really. But 7, I've had the opportunity to play through my Shield, the NVIDIA Shield, and I'm very happy with it.
It's big step. I mean, it's a huge step from where they used to be. I think Resident Evil 4 really like paved the path for that. That's where it started,
Yeah, absolutely. But my at work we have like Raspberry Pi. I don't know if you'd heard of them. They're like the little mini computers.
Yes.
Someone had got an emulator on one of these Raspberry Pis, and we hooked it up to the big screen. We've got like a massive like projector.
Oh wow!
And we were sort of sat there playing Street Fighter on it.
Oh man!
It was brilliant, man. It was such a lot of fun. two-player Street Fighter on a big screen. It brought back a lot of memories. But yeah, I love the old games, and the emulators give you the opportunity to sort of relive that a little bit. But you're not going to get hold of half of these games nowadays anyway. I mean, I've looked. You can get. I've got a Super Nintendo and a Nintendo 64 that my dad gave me from the attic about a month or so ago, and to find games for them that aren't just ridiculously expensive, it's really, really hard.
Well, the Switch, they just put up 2 new games. They put up Zelda 2 and Master Blaster.
Yeah, you sounded like the Catman. Yes. Yes. Master Blaster.
Master Blaster was pretty hard, but a lot of those 8-bit games were hard, man. Zelda 2 was
well, this is back in the day when you get a game for Christmas and your birthday, maybe, and you had to make that game last, and so you were happy to sort of go over the same level again and again and die and start again and die and start again and die. And you just did it and did it and did it and did it until you completed the damn thing,
Yeah.
I remember playing I wanted to say Resident Evil 2 then, but I didn't mean that. I remember playing Donkey Kong Country 2 on the Super Nintendo, and that's like a generation after that. And I remember just playing this, there was a solid, hard level. And I remember doing it again and 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 again.
Until you're like an expert.
And it's like the Super Mario World as well, the 97th level or whatever it was. Was it called Gnarly? The one where you just sort of had to fly, there was no floor through the whole level, and you had to sort of either fly or bounce off like single bricks and stuff like that, and bounce off enemies as well to get across the level. It was impossible, dude. It was so hard. But after the 102nd attempt, I did it. And it feels a real achievement. But these days, I don't think you kids would get that far. Do you know what I mean? I think they just go,
not the old games. No.
This is a terrible game. I'm not bothering to play it anymore, but that's what would happen these days.
Well, I think that's why they put those harder choices on the games now, because they know that some of the older players, it was just a different time, man. It was just
I think games these days are much easier than they used to be. In many ways, there's always a walkthrough, or a way through, and you got the benefit of YouTube and stuff like that. I didn't have the benefit of that at all. I couldn't, when I was playing these games and I was looking for the hidden coins or the hidden bananas or, the hidden Dunkin' Donuts or whatever it is, I couldn't, go on YouTube or go on Google and find it. The best you get is an article in Games Magazine, saying, with a hint on it or something. That's the best you're going to get.
Yeah.
It was just impossible.
Remember Nintendo Power?
Yeah. We used to have... We didn't have Nintendo Power over here, though I knew about it. We used to have, it was called NOM, Nintendo Official Magazine, which was like the equivalent of Nintendo Power over here. But yeah, it was like the official Nintendo magazine over here.
Yeah, and they used to have like all the spread and layout of like the maps and the dungeons. And I mean, I just beat Zelda 1 recently. And it wasn't as hard as number 2, I could tell you that much. But I beat it.
Yeah.
I just needed the final, like, Ganon's lair. I just needed to know a couple of places, because you have to go all over. And, like, by the time I figure that out, it'll be, like, next year. So I just said, you know what, let me just see. I just needed one tip to know where to go. Because there's, like, so many steps and dungeons you have to go under to get to another part of the skull. That's the last, level. But yeah, once you get there, you're pretty much you're killing him with that silver arrow, and it's a good experience, man.
Yeah, it's fun, and there wasn't even a temptation to cheat back in the day with those old games, because you couldn't. Yeah. There was nowhere to go.
Well, then again, remember the Game Shark?
Oh yeah, and the Game Genie. Did you have the Game Genie?
Yeah, that one too. Yeah, I used to think, I used to say, oh my gosh, this is like hacking. I never really used it because it was such a cheat.
Yeah, it was, man. I never had one. My friend did. I did my job. We have students who are like 22 or 23 years old. Yeah. And I was explaining to them how, I remember Super Mario Brothers 3 coming out. And I remember it being the pinnacle of anything. What I mean? It was like, when it first came out, I was like, my God, this is the most impressive, most beautiful thing I've seen in my life.
Yeah, it certainly pushed the NES to its limits.
I mean, I had the sticker album. I went and collected the stickers for it before it came out. And then when it came out, I didn't have a Nintendo. Well, my friend over the road had one, and the guy who lived just up the street had one as well. And I was always at their house all the time, visiting, just to play that and
Yeah.
to play Mega Man 2. And we used to play DuckTales as well. DuckTales was amazing.
Yeah.
I love the level was
Oh, yeah, I
brilliant.
love DuckTales.
But it's one with really cool music.
Yeah. Well, one of the hardest games, and maybe you'll remember this,
Go on.
Ghost and Goblins.
Wow, that was hard. I had Ghouls and Ghosts on the SNES, the follow-up, and that was really
Yeah,
difficult
well, the
to
original
take.
one was Ghouls and Ghosts. That was the one by
Yes.
Capcom in the arcade. Ghosts and
Yep.
Goblins was the one for the first Nintendo, and it
Mhm.
was hard like you would not believe. Well, I'm
No,
sure you
it
would
was-
believe because you.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you never
we
played
used to
the
play
first
that-
one, right? You never played the first one.
Yeah, I did actually. I played Ghosts and Goblins at the arcade. And it was solid, man. When you'd run along and you'd be like, you jump over these zombies, you'd be like, yeah, yeah, and then these bloody flying phantom things going up and down,
Yes.
up and down the
Yes.
screen. And you're like, oh my god, it's so difficult. And I was like throwing 10 pence pieces into the arcade machine, to keep it going. But
Yeah.
after a while, your mum and dad had run out of those things,
Well, they have, yeah, exactly. They have on the Nintendo Switch. They have it on, when you pay the $20 for the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the online thing. They have that as one of the games you can play for free.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is a hard game. Ninja Gaiden was really hard as well.
Oh yes, I used to have many frustrating nights with that.
Yeah, but the music's amazing and it's a great game. It's just so
The
difficult.
beginning song I loved. Like if I can actually use it for this, I don't know if that's copyright.
You can use for educational purposes. You can use a short clip, can't you? Just to illustrate what it sounded like. But I don't know.
Yeah, I could look it up. I'm pretty sure it would be. Doesn't matter. Well,
Nah.
I'm gonna check this game out, Gary. Resident Evil 2. I suggest you do also.
Yeah, I certainly will, man. I'll stick my finger up my ass. I'll play it.
So, and on that note, I will check you later, Gary.
All right, man. Take care. See you later. Hey, Will, how are you this fine evening? The hidden Dunkin' Donuts